Welcome to the Onyx Path News. My name is Matthew Dawkins, just like it is every week, and I am here to talk to you about two of our newest releases at Onyx Path. As of last Wednesday, we released Crucible of Legend for Exalted 3rd Edition. This is a fantastic storyteller book containing all kinds of incredibly useful advice for people new to creation and wanting to run games of Exalted. I know the Exalted 3rd Edition can be a quite intimidating game. You look at it, you behold its size, and you think, how am I going to access this? This kind of book is the answer to that question. Obviously, there's also Exalted Essence. Exalted Essence isn't a brand new release, but we didn't release it all that long ago, and it is another way of getting you into Exalted 3rd Edition without having to know an entire game line off by heart. I think these kinds of tools are incredibly valuable to role players because we should always keep in mind there are people who are new to our games who want to get into them and just don't know where to start. Right now, Crucible of Legend is available in PDF. As of time of recording, you will be able to have access to an errata form as well, so that if you find anything that needs changing or clarifying or whatever while you're reading through it, you can submit it on that errata form, which will be sent to you when you purchase the book. But eventually, when that errata is plugged in, it will be released in print on demand as well. I'm all right, Dave. So that was a bit more Holly than Only Fools and Horses, Bro Meliad. All right, Dave. There you go. And hello, the Old Ways podcast as well. Now, this isn't the only release because last Wednesday, very exciting to me, we released The World Below Ashcan edition. I know what you're thinking. You already released it, but now it is released in print on demand. Plus, it has all of the updates from the errata in it. So please do pick it up. It costs less than $10, which is a pretty low cost for a role-playing game book that you can play straight from the book. It's ultra simplified. Changes will, of course, be made for The World Below's core book when we get to that, and we're aiming to crowdfund that later this year. But the Ashcan edition has a scenario, it has ready-made characters, and it has powers, it has antagonists, it has everything you need to get started with The World Below and get into this exciting new game by Onyx Path of subterranean fantasy. So whether you're a fan of D&D, OSR style games, all the way through to more epic fantasy of the Exalted variety, there is something you will find in The World Below that should entice and excite you. But yeah, those are two pretty significant releases for us in the month of August. Crucible of Legend is a book we've been working on for quite some time, and The World Below is, of course, a brand new game, and we do hope that lands well. There's been quite a lot of hype about The World Below. The number of reviews on it now are really quite impressive for an Ashcan edition. If you haven't left a rating or review yet of The World Below Ashcan edition, or any of the books for Exalted, quite frankly, but Crucible of Legend is the most important one right now as our latest release, please do so. I say this in almost every single Onyx Path news, but if you have an account on DriveThruRPG and buy our books, it takes you less than a minute to go on DriveThruRPG, less than a minute to open up your library, and right there it will tell you any books you have not rated or reviewed. And we're not asking for paragraphs of review, although you're certainly welcome to leave them. But if you want to leave a rating, a star rating, that helps us a huge amount. Do just keep in mind that if you leave a star rating for a book that hasn't had its errata plugged in yet, you can change it later, or you can wait until the full version is released. So, with all that said, the only other thing I want to point out to you right now is Trinity Continuum Aegis is wearing down to its last 3 days on BackerKit. I neglectfully failed to put a link to it in the video description below. That was silly of me. But what you can do is just type in Trinity Aegis, Aegis, on Google, and you will very easily find the BackerKit campaign. 3 days left. We have stormed through a number of stretch goals for our game of ancient Greek excitement, set in the Trinity Continuum. All kinds of exciting new societies and inspired kinds of characters that you can play in this game. It really does seem to have captivated fans of the Trinity Continuum, and we would hope that you go and check it out as well. If your interest extends to the Hellenistic, I say Hellenist, hedonistic, not hedonistic, although I'm sure there's parts of that as well, all the way through to the mythical and the philosophical and the dramatical, because, as we know, Greece was full of all of it. So please do check out Aegis. It hasn't ended yet on BackerKit, but it will do very, very soon. Thank you so much to everyone for watching, and especially to Alistair McGuffin, who has tuned in live to the Onyx Path News. It seems that this may be a first for Alistair. Welcome aboard the ISS Onyx Path News, careening straight toward the planet's surface and the Monday meeting, which I am due to join in 3 minutes. So with that said, I'm going to be heading off. Until next time.